Whispers in Said, Part 5, Shadows of Betrayal. Days passed in Said as the trio settled into a semblance of normalcy, utilizing their newly acquired magical gear and artifacts to enhance their abilities. However, the words of Master Irith lingered in their minds, a shadow over their achievements. One evening, as they gathered in a secluded corner of a quiet marketplace, a hooded figure approached them. His presence was subtle, yet there was an unmistakable aura of authority. Thaldor, Arin, Fiddlespark, he greeted, his voice low and measured. I am Malik, a representative of the Council of Arcane Stability. Thaldor eyed him cautiously. What do you want? Quote. Malik glanced around before leaning in closer. I've heard of your recent endeavors with the Heart of Fractured Radiance. The Council is concerned about the rising tensions and potential threats you may face. We believe collaboration is in everyone's best interest. Arin nodded thoughtfully. We're open to alliances, but we need to know who we're dealing with. Malik's expression hardened. There are factions within Said that oppose the Council's efforts to maintain balance. They believe in utilizing artifacts for personal gain and power. You've already disrupted their plans by retrieving the heart, and they won't stop until you're neutralized. Fiddlespark frowned. So, they're the ones Irith was warning us about. Quote. Malik nodded. Exactly. The rogue wizard you encountered was a minor player. The real threat comes from the Shadow Enclave, a clandestine group seeking to overthrow the Council and seize control of Said's magical resources. Thaldor clenched his fists. We won't let them succeed. What can we do to help? Quote. Malik reached into his cloak and produced a scroll. Here are the details of the next target, a hidden vault beneath the Eastern Tower. They plan to breach it and extract multiple powerful artifacts. We need to stop them before they can unleash chaos. Arin took the scroll, her eyes scanning the intricate markings. We'll handle it. But why come to us? Quote. Malik smiled slightly. The Council recognizes your capabilities and the trust you've earned. Together, we can prevent the Enclave from tipping the balance too far. As Malik departed, leaving them with the weight of their mission, the trio exchanged determined looks. We have a new objective, Arin said, rolling up the scroll. We need to find that vault and secure it. Thaldor nodded firmly. Let's move out. The sooner we act, the better. Fiddlespark adjusted his wand, ready for the challenges ahead. Time to show these shadowy bastards what we're made of. The trio made their way to the Eastern Tower, navigating the narrow streets and enchanted barriers that protected the path. The city's magical defenses seemed more stringent than ever, a clear sign that the Enclave was gaining ground. Upon reaching the tower, they found the entrance sealed by powerful wards. Arin approached the barriers, her staff glowing as she began to decipher the runes. It's a protective spell. I can weaken it, but it'll take time. Thaldor stood guard, his enchanted armor providing additional protection against any unforeseen threats. We don't have much time. The Enclave could strike at any moment. Fiddlespark chanted an incantation, channeling his elemental magic to support Arin's efforts. Together, they managed to weaken the wards, allowing the trio to slip inside undetected. The interior of the tower was a maze of corridors and hidden chambers, each step echoing with the distant sounds of conflict. They could sense the presence of the Shadow Enclave members moving through the vault, their dark intentions palpable. We need to move quickly, Arin whispered, leading them toward the heart of the vault. The Enclave is already inside. As they navigated the labyrinthine passages, they encountered resistance from Enclave members, wizards wielding forbidden magic and enchanted constructs guarding their path. The trio fought valiantly, their combined strengths proving formidable against the dark forces. Finally, they reached the central chamber where the Enclave leaders were attempting to extract the artifacts. A fierce battle ensued, spells and steel clashing in a dazzling display of power. Thaldor battled the Enclave's sorcerers, his hammer disrupting their dark magic. Arin countered their spells with nature-based enchantments, while Fiddlespark unleashed elemental fury to overwhelm their defenses. As the last of the Enclave members fell, the trio secured the vault, ensuring that no further attempts could be made to disrupt the balance. Breathing heavily, they surveyed the chamber. "We did it," Thaldor said, wiping sweat from his brow. Arin nodded, her eyes scanning the secured artifacts. This should keep the Enclave at bay, for now. Fiddlespark grinned, his wand crackling with residual magic. Another day, another save. Let's get this back to the council. As they made their way out of the tower, the city of Said seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The immediate threat had been neutralized, but the undercurrents of political intrigue and magical power struggles remained ever present. "We've made some powerful enemies," Arin remarked, glancing around the city's shimmering skyline. "But we've also earned some powerful allies." Thaldor placed a hand on her shoulder. "As long as we stay united, we can handle whatever Said throws our way." Fiddlespark chuckled. "And maybe get a few more magical goodies while we're at it." With their mission accomplished, the trio returned to Master Irith, who welcomed them with a nod of approval. "You've proven your worth once more," Irith said, gesturing to a new selection of magical items. "Take these as a token of our appreciation. Said is safer because of your actions." Thaldor accepted the enchanted weapon with a satisfied grin. "Happy to help. Now, what's next on the agenda?" Quote. Irith's eyes glinted with hidden knowledge. "There are always new challenges and threats emerging. Stay vigilant, and remember that the balance we strive to maintain is fragile. Your journey has only just begun." As they left the northern tower once again, the trio felt a renewed sense of purpose. Said was a city of endless intrigue and magic, but with each challenge they overcame, they grew stronger and more united. "Here's to the next adventure," Fiddlespark said, adjusting his magical gear. Thaldor laughed, swinging his hammer lightly. "Bring it on." Arin smiled, her staff glowing softly. "Together, we can face anything."